All right, welcome in, welcome in. Hello and good evening. My name is Wahida Dean. I am a psychic medium here in the South Florida area. I operate out of Partners in Healing. I am a Reiki master. I am a tarot reader, and I am an access bars facilitator. So I'm here to help you grow and balance yourself energetically and bring lots of metaphysical information to you to help you do that. Tonight, we have a really great talk about angels, but I wanted to also answer a question that came up this week for one of my clients. And then we're going to go into an archangel talk. I have a couple of things that we want to chat about, and then we'll get into some free readings and have a good time. All right. If anybody out there has any questions, hi, gorgeous. How are you? How are you doing? If anyone has any questions that they would like answered, of course, let me know in the chat so I can help you out. I'm going to sage really quickly and welcome you guys into the space. Hey, Samantha, what's good, girl? Hi, Esmeralda. Thanks for coming in. All right. So the question that I got this week was actually about sage. So I was at a group event space, and I was asked about white sage and if we aren't supposed to use white sage because it is offensive to the Native American culture. So I am West Indian. I'm from Guyana. If I wanted to claim a culture, that would be the culture that I would claim. But I am first and foremost a psychic and a medium, and I work with energy. As I work with energy, I work with the properties and energies of plants. I'm also a cannabis researcher, so I definitely work with the properties and energies of plants. So the question kind of threw me a little off guard. So I was like, you know what, let me do my own research and figure out why this is making me question things as well. So I did do some research, and Native Americans use this differently than I feel like most Westerners or most New Age metaphysical people do, right? When we are looking for sage or white sage, I don't think I have any white sage around me right now, but this is dragon's blood sage. It's dipped in a fruit-like substance. You can Google it if you want to know more about that. But when I'm purchasing my sage, I am going to a metaphysical bookstore, but I'm not buying it at Whole Foods. I'm not buying it like on a street corner vendor. I am purchasing my supplies, my metaphysical supplies, from a reputable space in town. And I definitely can tell the crystal stores that are like we order off of Wish and we sell it and it's plastic, as opposed to the ethically sourced crystal stores. Or even, I honestly have bought most of my sage in the last few years at Casadega, which is a spiritualist camp. I mean, you don't get any more direct than there. Well, actually, you do. So this is where the Native Americans come in. The Native Americans believe in using their plants in a very specific way, but it is all the way down to how this is grown. So they will not purchase, in particularly based off the research that I found, something that is purchased off of the store, because they don't know who grew this. They don't know what energy they placed into it when they grew it. And that matters to how they were taught in their culture to use this plant. So this is sage. You can purchase sage at anywhere and you can grow it. I tried, didn't work out. But I'm going to keep trying probably, because after I did this research, I really liked what I found. And so when Native Americans plant and use things from the earth, they bless everything down to the seeds that they are using to grow. So the seeds are blessed. The plant is blessed. It's planted with someone in a way and at a time where they are putting the energy of positivity into this herb. They are growing it in that way for a very specific intentional medicinal use. And so there's a little bit more loose leaf on the table from the videos that I saw, and they burn it in more of a charcoal dish, or I do have my burning bowl that I use that my sister made me like 100 years ago. Probably not to be a burning bowl, but that's what it is. And you would place like a charcoal disc in there and light your sage, and it would burn and cleanse. And when they sage themselves every morning, brushing it over their head, brushing it on their heart, brushing it on their body, and cleansing themselves from anything that they may have picked up. So yes, I suppose if a Native American was around, maybe they would be offended by how I light my sage and wave it around, because I didn't use it in the same manner that they were taught to use it. But from a metaphysical standpoint, what I have been taught and what I will always teach you is you do what resonates with you. Now that we know better, I am going to try to grow my own sage and see how that works out. But until that comes out of the ground, I'm going to go ahead and light my sage with the intention of using it to cleanse and clear our space and my cards for the evening, and to bless us in what we are going to do today, right? So everything that you do is with your intention. Do not even begin to find things on the internet and see that it says, well, this is how you have to do it, and that's the only way to do it. No, 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 my dears. You have your own guides. You have your own people who are here to guide you and to tell you how to do things. All right. We were here before, and we're going to be here again. Well, hopefully. And you will find the guidance that you need and learn what feels right to you. Okay. I knew that that bothered me because I needed to do some more exploration on my own. So I did that. And I still will use my sage and use my Palo Santo because that is what feels right to me. And I particularly use sage in a Reiki room after a session. Palo Santo before the session, unless you came in real heavy, then we're going to sage you. And then sage after the session to make sure that you're cleansing, you're clearing of all of the things that we just released energetically. You got to let that stuff out. You got to let that stuff go. And when you're saging, you got to open windows and doors around here. Like this sliding door right here is cracked open, so that could just mosey on out, right? All right. I just had to say my piece about that, okay? So let me know if you use sage and how that worked out for you. Oh, hey, Tina, you tried growing it too, but you don't know it doesn't grow. You're going to try with some seeds. That's a great idea. Maybe even if you are Reiki attuned, try attuning or try sending Reiki to the plant that you purchase. I don't know, like I am not the person to keep plants alive. I am the person to keep children alive, but not plants. I don't even think I have the plant I had around here anymore. It's probably died. But that's my husband's job, and he does a great job at it, and I will support him. How should I use it? How should you use what? Please clarify. Sage in particular is using to cleanse and clear. Palo Santo is used to raise the vibration. All right. So my chat tonight, that wasn't it. It was actually about archangels. So this month we are going to go through many different archangels. Well, there's 12 of them. So we're going to go through all 12. So every week that we go through, we'll do a couple, and we are going to learn about them. So the first one we're going to learn about is one of my favorites. Wow, I just caught the moonlight outside. It looks so nice. It's going to be a great full moon on Friday. So with the first archangel is Metatron. Metatron came from the Jewish mysticism religion. He is an archangel who served, well, I say he lightly because archangels actually do not have a gender that they are assigned one way or another. They could be female, they could be male. And if you look at images of angels that are drawn around, which I have many of because I pulled them all out for tonight, you know, they have a feminine version and they have a masculine version, or sometimes they look a little bit really feminine. But they are neither or. They are neither male or female of disposition. And Esmeralda, let me know if I answered your question, my love. So with Metatron, he is said to be the highest ranking angel and is often depicted with a flaming sword. And that actually sounds a little bit like, here we go. I just want to make sure I can see Facebook. Okay. Okay. And in a spiritual way, Metatron is associated with the merging of the physical and spiritual realms. So our realm and the spiritual realm. And it's often invoked with spiritual practices related to ascension, to higher consciousness, and to divine communication. Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know. And with that, I would say Metatron came to me very early in my development, probably midway through my development. And that makes a lot of sense to me now that I kind of see what he is associated with. And there is such thing called Metatron's cube. I do not have it laying around right now, but if you Google Metatron's cube, you can see what the image looks like. And it's a great place to, it's a great thing to use to place crystal grids on, because that energy that you're using when you're using Metatron's cube, you are using the energy of ascension, of higher consciousness, of divine connection and communication. So you're bringing in your spirit guides, you're bringing in those people and those things that can help you evolve. It is a very much an evolve kind of feeling with Metatron. I will absolutely say that. And there is also a color associated with Metatron, which is violet or deep purple, which makes complete sense because what do we know about our chakra systems? These connecting ones up here are the violet and deep blue colors, right? So I love that connection and that those two things fit together. There is also a tarot card that is associated with Metatron, and that is the World card. And the World card comes about when there are kind of positives and negatives you want to see in a situation, and the light and the dark even. So the combination of those two things and the worlds coming together, that makes a lot of sense to me. All right, our next archangel. Sorry, my notes are like separated. Is Raziel. So Raziel is known as the angel of mysteries. He is an archangel in the Jewish and the Christian traditions, and he is associated with the secret knowledge of esoteric wisdom. He's often depicted holding a book and a scroll, a book or a scroll, excuse me. Raziel is also seen as a guide to spiritual seekers who are looking to access hidden knowledge and mysteries of the universe. He is associated with spiritual transformation and personal growth and development, right? His color is rainbow or multicolored. And his card is the Magician card. That is probably my favorite card in the deck. The Magician card says that we can manifest anything that we want. We can wave our magic wand and bring to us what it is that we desire and what we want. So I kind of really like Raziel. I wonder what Raziel looks like. I should kind of Google some pictures. It makes me want to Google some pictures and put him on my my altar. So another way that you can invoke using archangels is if you have any images of them or you find one that you really relate to, you can place them on your altar if you make an altar, near your crystal grid if you have a crystal grid, or even use them as the background of your phone or the background of your computer to kind of remind yourself that that's the energy you want to work with this month or this period or this time. And there is even in Reiki a way to use archangels. You can pick an archangel that will work with you for your Reiki. My archangel is actually Gabriel that I use for my Reiki. I was raised Muslim, and he is the archangel that came to me when I began my Reiki practice, and I decided that that felt right for me. So I use him when I do my Reiki sessions. All right. Our next one is Cassiel. Cassiel is in the Jewish and Christian mysticism. It's an archangel that's associated with solitude, contemplation, and the mysteries of time. He's often depicted as a bearded old man with the hourglass. Kind of makes me think of what's his name in Harry Potter? The guy who was the teacher. who unfortunately died. Cassiel is often called upon in spiritual practices related to contemplation, introspection, spiritual discipline, and and he can help individuals develop patience, perseverance. Hi, Caroline. And a deeper understanding of the mysteries of time. I love that. The color associated with Cassiel is dark blue or black. And the card is the Hanged Man. So definitely having a different perspective. That's very interesting. I love that one. All right. Our last one for today is Zadkiel. Zadkiel. So Zadkiel is in the Jewish and Christian traditions as well, and is an archangel who is associated with mercy, forgiveness, and compassion. He is often depicted holding a flame or a torch. I love that. Zadkiel is associated with compassion, forgiveness, and the transmutation of negative energy into positive energy. He can help individuals release negative emotions, cultivate forgiveness, and embrace a more loving and compassionate approach to life. You know, that especially rings really true right now because everything seems like it's falling apart everywhere for everyone. I mean, I know Mercury's in retrograde. I know there's a full moon coming on Friday. I know there's solar eclipses and lunar eclipses happening, so I guess everything is kind of destructive. But maybe I've just come to learn or to understand things that when they fall apart, it's so that we can put them back together in a better and different way. So instead of letting yourselves get a little bit stuck on what that energy is, maybe try to transmute how you feel about it. Maybe you should be excited about it instead of terrified of it. I don't know. It is embracing a more loving and compassionate approach to life. So hopefully everyone out there who's having a hard time right now can use Zadkiel to help them. We also have deep blue or violet as the color that is associated with this archangel, and the Temperance card. Oh, you know what? I don't know the Temperance card very well. Is the Temperance card the mentor card? Because it might be. Let me look it up really quick for you. So the Temperance card. Now, of course, I don't have my reading glasses on, but that's okay. We're going to make it. It's about balance is a beautiful thing. So if your life is off kilter and you need to create some balance, maybe you burn out from working too much or you've been binge watching TV all weekend and now your house is a mess. So it's now time to put your house in order and to start doing things in moderation. You'll find that if you work to balance all the different aspects of your life, everything feels so much easier. Try to face this task with optimism and positivity and enjoy all the wonderful things in your life equally. Well, that's interesting. I do not know that card very well at all. I don't get that card often at all, really. All right. So I did want to show you a couple of deck options for you tonight too. So there are kind of like, I don't know how I have this many decks that are angel related, but apparently I do. So when I gathered them all, of course, my tried and true angel tarot from originally Doreen Virtue and now Radley Valentine exists. But I also, my second deck I ever purchased was the Archangel Gabriel deck, because like I said earlier, that's my archangel. That's the one I choose to work with. So these cards are really great. And that's what we're going to do our readings with tonight. But I have since also worked with the Angel Guide Oracle from Kyle Gray. Kyle Gray is a very specific medium who works directly with angels and channels angels and things like that. I've got a Radley Valentine Angel Answers deck, and this deck is really great for like decision making calls. If you book a tarot session for decision making, we can use that deck. And then I've got, so I never got into this deck too much, but Healing with the Angels. And this is a Doreen Virtue deck, which is why I bought it, because she doesn't put her name on decks anymore. So I saw it at a bookstore and I was like, yes, I just want it to have it. And one day I'll probably get into it. Daily Guidance from Your Angels. I did really like this deck a lot. Actually, I mixed. So you can mix a deck. I don't know if you know that. If you're a little anal, you may not want to mix a deck because then all your cards are going to be mixed up. But I had mixed this deck and my Archangel Gabriel deck, and mixing, like, you just blend them together, and then whatever you pull that day. But that was a lot of fun when I had that like that for a while, but I've separated them. And then I've got another Cal Gray, the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck as well. And there are so many other angel decks. And I don't know why I own so many of them, but I do. Probably because I have been told I have 4 angels that walk with me on my journey. And I probably need them. So we're going to get into readings. So if you would like a reading or you have any questions about the angels, archangels that we talked about tonight, you let me know in the comments. I would love to start pulling cards for you. So whoever is ready to have a reading, go ahead and let me know in the chat and I'll write your name down so we keep on track. Yeesh. Anyone on Instagram ready for their reading? Let me know. Let me know. All right. I got you, baby. So Ebony is first. Caroline is next. Tina, you keep seeing Archangel Michael pop up. Ooh, Archangel Michael is also one of my favorites. He is for protection. So there is probably something going on in life where you need a little bit of protection from, or you need to cut some cords and cut some ties. I use him a lot to cut cords in sessions as well. So yes, I put you on the list as soon as you mentioned something. Samantha, I got you. And Jessica. All right. Let's get started. All right. These cards do have a book, but they have a really nice explanation on here too. So, you know. Ebony, you have Law of Attraction, my baby. So Law of Attraction talks about keeping your thoughts positive and surrounding yourself with positive people and situations, and you will attract more positivity in your life. This is a lesson that you know, but it feels like Spirit really needs you to remember that you are that center, that gravitational point, and you think it and it will come. You have a very, very deep connection with Spirit, and the way that you operate, you manifest everything very quickly in your space. So don't forget that once you just have to make that decision. That seems to be the block, is you got to make the decision so that you can actually manifest the thing. Because if you don't make the choice, then you're going to be running in circles. Okay. All right. Caroline, you are next. Caroline's over. Caroline, you got deserving. You, like all of God's children, deserve happiness, health, and love. So, Caroline, you may need to take some time to love on yourself a little bit this week, to be a little kinder to yourself. If there's a lot of turmoil going on or a lot of harshness or just things kind of not working out like it is for a lot of people right now, don't be so upset at yourself. If you forgot to pay a bill, if you forgot to, send something out, you didn't get to a client in time, just give yourself a little bit of grace right now, because Spirit is just letting you know that they're recalibrating everything that's going on for you, and it will come together in a nice way. Just be a little nice to yourself right now. Caroline. Tina, you are next. You're welcome, Ebony. I hope you're doing well. Was I supposed? I don't remember. Just text me if I was supposed to schedule you, because I forgot if I did. Tina. You're welcome, Caroline, of course. It's rough out there in these streets. You see, even our numbers are like way lower this week. Tina, you have happy news coming in. So your prayer is answered in a creative way. So that is telling me that Spirit is going to put something together for you in a way you didn't really know could be that way. But it is still going to meet the expectation that you wanted for your question or for your prayer that you've been asking Spirit to do. Now, when that happens, be thankful for the way that it came through, because remember, everything we get isn't always everything that we want, in a way that is protecting us sometimes from things that we don't need. All right. All right, Tina, let me know if that resonates with you. Samantha. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Let me know if you want a reading, babe. I mean, obviously you do. I'm just going to add you to the list. All right. You're down. Okay. Okay, good. You were supposed to text me. Okay, cool. You text me when you're ready then. I just remember we talked about it last week, and then I was like, Dad, was I supposed to reach out? My bad. Tina definitely resonates. Good, good, good. Yes, you're always asking for discipline to keep what I prayed for. Amen, sister. I hear that. I'm great. I talked to your mom earlier. Actually, I told her about an important decision I made. Did she tell you? Hey, Sylvia. I'll add you to the list, Sylvia. All right. Sorry. Samantha, you had to wait a minute there, huh? Does Samantha need to know? Okay, Samantha. So you start out with inspiration. Your idea is divinely inspired. Take action accordingly to set it in motion. Are you thinking about moving, Samantha? New project, like a newborn baby, your actions are growing. I'm laughing because I'm like, girl, you got a newborn baby coming your way. Like a newborn baby, your actions are growing your idea into reality. And vulnerability, listen to your vulnerable feelings as they contain wisdom and inspiration, and then pray for strength to focus on your priorities no matter what. So what Spirit is really showing me is that you are kind of you're thinking about moving. Mhm. Okay, good. Thank you for confirming that. And it's going to be a new beginning for you. And it's going to mean making yourself really vulnerable in the situation. So definitely make sure your priorities are straight, but Spirit is in alignment with you doing that. So if you want to do that, I mean, these cards speak for themselves, but Spirit speaks through me when I'm speaking to you. That's why a lot of times I don't remember what messages come through or what we talked about, because they're really trying to communicate with you directly. It has nothing to do with me. So their message for you is supportive of you going in that direction and making that move, my love. Okay. And I always say, I do not say those things lightly. Oh, okay. Yeah. Talk to her. Or I'll just text you later. All right, Samantha. You are good. All right, Jessica. You're welcome, Samantha. That was big. That felt like tingly all over. I love it for you. You put in a lot of the work, Tina. I hear you. Raghava, I got you on the list. Raghava. I hope I say that right, because you can't talk back to me. Yes, I absolutely have you on the list, Raghava. All right, Jessica. Danielle, I think this is why I'm mixed up and call you Jessica all the time. So Jessica, just so that you know, Danielle is like a real life client that I see regularly. And I call her Jessica all the time. I mean, like, we're in the middle of Reiki share. Like, she has a split personality named Jessica hanging around her. And I think in my brain somewhere, you guys got mixed up on Instagram. And it's okay though. We made her club name is what we did. So that's her club name now. But I realized it last week when I saw you and I was like, oh my gosh, Danielle, that's probably what we did. All right, there we go, Jessica. Jessica, stay true to yourself. Don't compromise or water down your ideas. Listen to, trust, and follow your inner voice. So it looks like you're really interested in writing right now. I don't know if you're writing a book. I don't know if you're writing a blog, but you are in this space of writing and creating. And if you're not, then you need to be journaling. But whatever you are wanting to put onto page, like pen to page is what they're showing me. Trust your inner voice, trust your intuition, allow it to be raw, because the people that are going to be receiving it need to hear it in your voice. They need to hear it in, it's almost like you want to talk about like a very hard time that you went through, a very tumultuous, traumatic time that you went through, and speak your story and tell it to the world. So go ahead and make that happen for yourself. Spirit is behind you for allowing that to come through with your voice. Okay. And let me know, girl, let me text us a link. Let us post it on here, right? Jessica is in fact your club name. I can't with you. You're next, Danielle. All right. You are at the end, aren't you? Whew. You got like two or three more exams. You can't have the whole deck. I'm gonna fire you. All right. We're gonna do that again. Spirit, what is Jessica's message today? Oh, see, I did it. What is Danielle's message today? Don't hurt me. Divine guidance. The ideas you are receiving are heaven sent answers to your prayers. You know what this is showing me as I read this card? The other day you posted, and this is why school was coming up when I was talking. The other day you posted a video that was like it was from like a wellness thing that you were posting, and you were posting it for a class for your teacher, like it was a part of your assignment, right? But I was looking at it and I kid you not, I was like, finally, yes, she answered the call. Because I was like, I really want you to make this kind of content because you're really good at receiving messages from spirit. And if you're ready to own it, the ideas you're receiving are heaven sent, and it's an answer to your prayers. I'm just saying what the card says with a little background. So you let me know how that resonates for you. It's not an easy road, I could tell you that. It may look easy. Your last one is tomorrow. Okay, good. And graduation is Tuesday. Yes. My sister graduates tomorrow too with her master's from FIU. So I took off. I can't wait for you to start posting frequently either. You have been thinking about writing a lot lately, honestly. Good. Get that stuff out. You guys got it. You guys are creators, right? We are here to create a space, an energy, a experience for people. We're not all going to be a Reiki master, an access bars facilitator, but what you do create, what your niche is here because your voice is very unique to deliver that to people. People resonate with you and they'll be attracted to that. We don't get any crazy people in here except that like one time. And yes, okay, I'm gonna make you a list of, actually, I'm gonna text you the list that you gave me of videos you need to start making. Hey, Rachel, how are you, my love? I'll add you to the list. Well, Danielle, best of luck on your exam. You got this. You are steps away from that stage, and I can't wait to see it happen. All right, Sylvia. Let's see what Spirit's got for you today, love. So Sylvia, you have time management happening and classes. So time management, place your priorities at the top of your to-do list and don't allow distractions to deter your focus. Learning and teaching are a part of your higher calling as well. So if there's something that you are interested in growing in or learning, you can find the time that you need in order for you to put that together. And I'm not sure if you're interested in cooking or creating in the kitchen or baking or anything of that nature, but Spirit was giving me some downloads about the kitchen and that area. So if that resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. It wasn't for you. It's for someone else who sees this later. But definitely know that you can grow in a way that you want to if you just manage your time to allow yourself to. Okay. Let me know how that resonates with you, Sylvia. Raghava. I'm fantastic, Rachel. I decided how the rest of my year is going to play out. So it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. We're doing some big things and big changes, right? Oh, and congratulations. Rachel just got engaged, everyone. She got the rock. It's all over Facebook and we love it. We are here for it. All right. Sylvia. No, Sylvia, we did you. Raghava. These cards are not like my other ones that like pop out. So it's a little different. Sorry, guys. I have to go a little bit more internal. Birth is what you got, Raghava. You have new life, such as the baby, an idea, happy news, or an exciting project blossoms within and around you. And this could be really just even if you're in the garden area or you're interested in planting some seeds or planting some things or growing some things. This is what Spirit is saying. You are in that space and that energy of allowing something new to come through you. And maybe it's even that you need to take some time in the garden so your idea can kind of come out. Sometimes when we can busy our minds, our other side of our mind will allow the ideas to flow freely through us so that we can understand what we want to birth, what we want to generate. So let those new things start coming to you, those new behaviors, those new ideas, and allow it to come out of you and blossom. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome, Rachel. Rachel, you're up. I got to prepare. Rachel's people are always on point. Hold on. What does Rachel needs to know? Ooh. Girl. Okay. I was pulling a second one for clarification for you because I'm not just going to tell you this. So the first one you got was, it's hard to see on here, but it says detox time. So releasing toxins from your body and mind and diet. So there's maybe a little bit too much scrolling, too much Netflixing, maybe not eating the best stuff. I mean, we were celebrating, so whatever, champagne and chocolate is totally fine. But it's really Spirit is saying to move you into this space where you can do a cleanse so that you can raise your vibration. You can do like a 21-day cleanse if you're into that, but something spiritually, if it's not with food, but I am seeing with food, with teas and with what you're eating and the fruits and things, allow yourself to go through that. But I'm also hearing like, when you're doing it, like do yourself Reiki, do your meditation, allow yourself to create that space to have that like spiritual and physical detox. Okay. Maybe there's a lot of people actually right now who are, that I know that are doing like, internet cleanses and things like that. Like they've turned everything off except for like an hour a day. Then you have blocks lifted. So previous obstacles came from fear and they are now lifted away. You're ready to birth yourself into that new environment, that new stretch, right? This period that we're all going through right now, we are destroying and uncreating so much shit that we have been told, that we have been programmed to, right? And we are releasing those obstacles and those fears. It's like act as if there is no tomorrow. If you were going to die tomorrow, what would you have done? What would you have created? What would you have allowed your voice to speak and to come through? Okay, because doing that detox is going to give you that spiritual connection for you to allow that release to just happen for you. Okay, let me know if that resonates. Obviously, Rachel, that's like a deeper one for you. Yeah. You're welcome, Sylvia. Hey, Jen, do you want a reading? Because your 2 cards just dropped out. Just add you to the list, girl. Jen, you got an agent or manager. Your work expands its reach as you partner with professional who can help you. And you got, keep going. Use the energy of disappointments to fuel your creative projects with authentic emotion. And this really feels like the house. So either the house that you wanted didn't work out, the contract didn't go through in a way that you wanted it to, like it had a bad home inspection and you're not willing to like fix the things that it needs, right? Because houses right now they're selling like super expensive in South Florida. We're all in South Florida around here, guys. And for a very high rate, but like there's so many problems in it too. So just keep going. Spirit's message for you to keep working on it and keep going, and don't get disappointed if that one didn't come through. They're always going to bring you like that right thing that's for you. Okay. Let me know if that resonates with you. Rachel, I hope you're okay out there. And I didn't like, you'll be fine. All right. All right, guys. If there's anyone else who would like a message, let me know. We got another 20 minutes. Listen only to love. Oh, you were on vacation, Rachel. I was going to ask you, where were you? Because it was beautiful. Definitely resonates after a week of vacation, eating whatever, whenever, and detoxes definitely do. Thank you, off the chain. Thanks, Rachel. You're welcome, baby girl. I love you, kid. Whatever and whoever needs to know this whenever you are seeing this. Oh, you're no worries. I did your reading. Did you hear it? Let me know. Oh, you're okay. No problem. Danielle said, I don't know if I got to say thank you. I got kicked off because her screen time's up. She is one of the people doing the detox. Danielle, type in the chat the name of the detox that you're following if you're still on here. If not, I'll just text her. You didn't see it? Oh, okay. I'll pull again for you, Jen, 1 second. But in general, don't allow fear to distract you from your divine mission. So actually, Jen, I remember your reading. It was about the home and the house. So it was like, don't worry about the contract that didn't go through. It was either like a home inspection that wasn't well, or didn't go for the house that you wanted, and to just keep going, like keep going, keep pushing. And that really feels a lot more like if you ignored whatever came back on the home inspection, you're going to go ahead and fix it. What I was saying is, in the market that we're in right now, there's so many houses that are selling and there's so many things that are wrong with them. So you're going to get the same thing across the board. So, Spirit is definitely telling you to keep going if you haven't found the right one and you're disappointed about it. That was the energy of the reading. Dopamine detox. I'm a Gadsy on YouTube, Rachel. Dopamine detox. Look it up. All right, guys. Well, oh, you were in Hawaii. No wonder it looks so good. Psh, now I'm jealous. Extra jealous. Oh, and he proposed in Hawaii. I love him. I love him for you. That's beautiful. Where are you going to get married? Like Nepal? I don't even know where else is better. Okay. You haven't found one yet. Iman Gadzi. Look up Iman Gadzi, Rachel. IMANGADZHI. It's a detox that's going on right now. It's to kind of pull us out of like screens and screen time. But it's like it's a dopamine effect. I watched a whole video on it. You should do it. As a business owner, it's a little harder because you can't cut me off in the middle of my life. That's not going to work out for any of us. All right, y'all. I really hope you enjoyed that reading tonight and that talk about archangels. And if you missed it, I'm going to repost it shortly so you can catch it. And yeah, you're welcome, Rachel. No problem. And if you have any other questions, let me know. This week at Partners in Healing, I am holding a Reiki Share Friday night at 7:00. So if you'd like to come out and do Reiki in the community with us, then go ahead and Danielle says, I'm starting his monk mode challenge on Sunday. Great for business owners. Yes, I did a talk on archangels. Yeah, you'll see it when I repost it. It requires you to have a certain amount of outreach a day. Cool. You know me, I'm a Virgo. You really can't convince me. I will look at it though and see. All right. So have a great week. Hopefully I'll see you at Reiki Share 7:00 at Partners in Healing. I know it's Cinco de Mayo. I know half the people aren't going already. It's fine. I'm gonna still be there. So come on out. Let's have a good time. And for my students, my student Reiki peeps, we have a new student on board. So she'll be joining us next week. Next Friday is our private Reiki circle for my students, and we'll be working with pendulums. So if you are a student, meaning that you have been attuned to Reiki energy already and you would like to participate in our live, sorry, they're only live right now, sessions for our student group, then go ahead and DM me or message me or text me. All of my info is here, 954-480-3182. And I will get you on that list and in that group chat so we can communicate. And if you are in these groups, we are having a private with Uma. We're having a private past life regression session on Monday. So I'm going to let the other group chat know, Danielle. So you guys are invited, of course. We're trying to keep it a little close knit. But if you see this and you're interested, it's $55 for 1 hour of past life regression. It's going to be on Zoom, and we'll hang out afterwards and just kind of chat and talk about what came up for us and see how that goes. All right. All right, y'all. I held you on here long enough. Have a great week, and I will see you next Wednesday for more Archangel Talk.